Okay, guys, in this video, we are breaking down the game-winning drive that Jayden Daniels was able to lead the Washington Commanders this past weekend versus the Atlanta Falcons in overtime fashion. They did not give the Falcons a chance to obtain the ball and have an opportunity to win the game. They started out, as you could see right there, with a 5-yard false start penalty, which so already puts them behind the sticks and finds them in a 1st and 15. But Jayden Daniels on the very next play is able to get some of this yardage back. Slow it down for you right here in the end zone copy. First off, Robinson does a really good job of helping out his right tackle. Right tackle gets whipped right here, but he's able to chip up. Jayden Daniels does a good job of moving up within the pocket, finding a little bit of grass, and then getting down and not taking an unnecessary hit right there. And now they get that yardage back, and they now find themselves in a second and long, second and medium. Second and long, Atlanta showing 6-man pressure right here, but they're only going to send 4. It's up to Jayden Daniels to be able to diagnose who is coming and who's not. They're going to bring one of the backs in a fake motion one way, bring him back outside the next. You can see how it rolled those safeties. Middle of the field's wide open right now, and he places that ball exactly where it needs to be and picks up a big first down. And this is a great recovery from their false start that started out this drive. Like I say, look at the 2-back system right here. Going to motion the back right, left. Now you see that DN step out. Jayden Daniels does a good job of placing this ball where his receiver is going and not where his receiver is at. That linebacker who was popped up in A-gap creeped out and found himself in that window, but he's able to place it on the opposite window and throw this ball exactly where his receiver was going. Next play, first down, they come out in a trips close. Trips to the left, closed with the tight end on the backside. They trade the running back, and they're just going with a zone read concept to the right with a 3-bubble screen to the left. There is no edge defender right here, so this was pretty easy decision by Jayden Daniels to pull it. That backer did scrape over top, but Jayden Daniels is still able to dash through and get a gain of about 7 or 8. 53 is the only guy who's on the edge defender right here. And if I'm being honest, right here, his shoulders are square. This should be a give by Jayden Daniels, but Jayden has a lot of trust and confidence in his ability that he can beat this linebacker to the edge right here. They do have a good ride. He's able to pull it, beat him around to the edge, and it pick up at least, like say, 7 or 8 yards, and it puts them in a second and short situation. They go back to the trips closed formation, just opposite now. Trips to the field, closed on the backside. They motion that running back over again. Exact same play. This time he just gives it. A lot of people don't feel like NFL teams run the same plays, guys. They do. And right here, this is just an easy, simple scheme for Jayden Daniels. Inside zone to the left with a 3-bubble screen to the right. And right here, even though they didn't get a lot of yards, Jayden Daniels does exactly what he needs to do. This defender is just sitting in this D-gap right outside here with his shoulders square. If he pulled this, he would be in trouble. So since there's any sort of width, it's gray. He gives it, and Robinson just keeps it north in this situation, probably hoping he could find a little crease right here. If he could have slightly just bend it back to the outside, he had this crease right here, might have found a little bit more of a gain. But still, easy, simple decision, and it doesn't put them in a negative situation. Now they find themselves in probably, I believe it's like a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. So 2nd and long, really like this orbit return motion of this. They're just running a mesh concept. Right tackle completely gets whipped. Jayden Daniels is able to make him miss and then extend this play with his legs. Falcons had the Commanders dead to rights on this play, but Jayden Daniels and his legs and his ability was able to make up for the deficiency by the right tackle. Watch the right tackle right here. Honestly, as I go back and watch this, I can't put all the blame on the right tackle. There's a miscommunication right here between the guard and the right tackle. Right tackle thought that they had a half slide to the right. But as you can see right here, the right guard stepped left and just completely botched this whole pass protection. Luckily for them, Jayden Daniels was able to get to the outside, find the edge, and pick up a big first down. Good job making up for the communication issue up front. So first down, they come out in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends and a tight end wing set to the right, twins left. They're going to swing the back out opposite, and they're just going to run a spacing stick concept right here with a swing, a hitch, and a corner route. Jayden Daniels does a really good job getting this ball out quickly. 1-2, ball out, and keep it ahead of the chains. 1st and 10 now becomes 2nd and 5, and that is always critical when you're talking about just continuing a drive down the field. 1-2. You can see right here, linebackers closing in. If this ball is thrown any later, it is in trouble. But because he's able to throw this ball right there off his back step, gets it out in time. Those are when you're talking about becoming a next-level quarterback. When you're getting rid of the ball in less than 2 seconds, that's nice. Same formation. This time, motion a tight end from right to left. Real quick, guys, if you are enjoying this video and gaining value from it, hit that subscribe button, join the team, and help us grow this channel. Really appreciate you guys. Right here, 2nd and medium, they now take a vertical shot, really trying to flood this side of the field. And as you can tell, very soft leverage zone defense by the Atlanta Falcons. Jayden Daniels doesn't try to force the issue. He simply checks it down to his back in the flat, and once again, it's another first down, taking what the defense gives him and not putting himself, the ball, and the offense in harm's way, trying to force a ball down the field. 2nd and medium, you would like to take a shot right here, but if the defense don't allow it, take what the underneath is there. Take what the defense gives you, and guess what? It's another 1st and 10, and now you find yourself in the red zone. Ball on the 18-yard line. Another 2-back set, twins to the right, motion out the back. Quick little screen now. Like I say, just great first down plays. Get the ball out of your quarterback's hands to playmakers and try to get ahead of the sticks, and it does just that. You got to find ways to get people like Robinson the ball, whether it's inside the tackles or outside. They show that play action going from right to left, pop it out there, and keeps them ahead of the chains once again. Find themselves in about a 2nd and 4. Trips to the left, snug on the right side. They go with a version of quarterback buck sweep, which is beautiful. You just don't see that too many times in the NFL. But you have started to see it lately with all these rushing quarterbacks that have emerged. Buck sweep is a gap scheme run. This tight end is going to have a critical block. He's got to seal the edge. He's going to block down right here. Right tackle is going to block down. And this version of buck sweep is with the play side guard and the center. Normally buck sweep is both guards pull, but this one, it is just play side guard and the center is going to pull. This left guard's really got to take over this one technique on the backside, which is an extremely tough task. Running back's going to lead block. They get out in front. Good job. Good north cut by Jayden Daniels. You would like to see him have a little bit lower pad level right there. He just runs so high, and he has cost himself getting hit big time back in college when he played for the LSU Tigers. They try to go with a quarterback sweep right here. Not a whole lot there, and that gets sniffed out. Watch it from the end zone copy. Empty formation, this tight end. Tries to crack. Okay, so it's crazy. Earlier in the drive, you saw them run the same play twice in a row, just flipped it with the inside zone and the 3 bubble screen. They run the exact same play here in a row. This is just quarterback buck sweep to the left, but this time they don't have a lead blocker with the running back. They empty it out, try to change it up, give the defense a different look. This tight end is responsible to seal this edge defender right here. Left tackle block down, left guard pull kick. Center is going to pull as well. This right guard's really got to take over that one technique right there. But without having the running back as lead blocker, potentially really hurt this run play. Just left an extra hat out of the protection in the run scheme right there. And that wide receiver on the edge really just kind of messed it up, and they were able to force this one back inside. So now they find themselves in a 3rd down situation. Another 12 personnel set. They go back with a tight end wing to the left. Twins to the right. Look left. Jayden Daniels doesn't like it. Tuck, run, makes something out of nothing and almost scores on his own right there. But I'm going to say it. This is the type of hit that he's got to find a way not to take. I really thought they got a good, clean shot right there on his back, number 5, and this could have been bad. Didn't like it right there. Pulled it, tuck it, trying to get into the end zone and win this game. But that is a shot right there you do not want to see Jayden Daniels take. to be a franchise quarterback and to be healthy going forward. All right, so here is the game-winning touchdown play, and it was beautiful that it was able to be a throwing. They're motioning this guy into a trips bunch tight set to the left right here, and they're running what is called a trail concept. This lead point man's going to run a corner, just going to try to soften this edge a little bit. The guy who's motioning in, he's going to run a quick shallow route, and it's the tight end right here in the bunch. I believe that is Zach Ertz in this situation. He's going to make it appear like he's running a quick flat route, which is what you see a lot of times in these concepts on the goal line. But then he trails right behind the shallow route. The defender who saw that quick flat route tries to gain that leverage and beat and get over top of that flat route, now is out of position for the trail route. A beautifully timed ball, beautifully timed route, and a great catch, and the Washington Commanders take home the victory. Not only did they just win an overtime game versus the Atlanta Falcons, but they clinched a playoff spot, which was just ginormous for this organization. Jayden Daniels has been a blessing. I'm going to say this. I thought Jayden Daniels was pretty good coming out of the University of LSU. Thought he had a good skill set. I did not see this sort of play from him, or I couldn't expected it, especially by his rookie year. He is doing a lot of great things. He's more than likely going to be the rookie of the year. Even though Brock Bowers and Bo Nix have done their things as well, it's probably still going to be Jayden Daniels, and rightfully so. But going forward, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. I would not take them any lightly. Anybody who plays them in the postseason, I think Jayden Daniels is playing with a lot of confidence. I think this team can give some teams some scare in the postseason. Going forward for Jayden Daniels, you love watching him use his legs. It's an equalizer, and it's what makes him go. They've got to find a way to. When my evaluation of watching him at LSU, he would run too high, and he's got to lower those pad level. He's still got to get down when it's opportunistic to not take those shots. I know sometimes you're trying to go for those end zone, but he can't expose his back and things like that, or you're going to find yourself in an RG3 situation. You don't want that again for Washington. Let me know what you guys think about this, Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders going forward. Watch this next video, and as always, stay humble, stay kind, peace.